Happy Easter! Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Maze. And 1 month ago, episode 113 of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime aired on TV. A new program, Melody of the Small Magikarp, which it was filled with so many references to other anime, real life and previous episodes, but I've decided for today's video that I'm going to break down this episode piece by piece. Hopefully get to yourself to see how much effort went into this one single filler episode as well. In fact, originally this was meant to be a part of my Easter egg series, but there was just too much content to go over that it warranted its own video. So, with that simple intro now stated, let's not waste any more time and jump right into this breakdown. Let's go! Starting with the basics, this episode is the 113th episode of the Sun and Moon series, and the 1052nd episode of the Pokemon anime overall. First aired in Japan on March 17, 2019, being written by Naruto Hirade, animated by Azumi Shiruma, and Misaki Iwan, who Iwan has animated scenes such as Lillie playing Jump Rope with 6 other characters, Ash vs Alana in the Kalos League, and Pikachu vs Meowth with the 3D camera. And finally, this episode is storyboarded and directed by Yuji Asada, who has directed and storyboarded 219 episodes overall, including earlier episodes in Sun and Moon, such as the fan favourites shown on screen. The reason why I gave examples of Iwan's and Asada's work will get revealed later on into this video. The Japanese title for this episode though, a new program Melody of the Small Magikarp, is a reference to the Japanese title of the 1971 British film, Melody, which was a huge hit in Japan. Jumping into the episode now, today's Poke Problem has Lana ask where does herself and her friends go in today's episode, providing us the Paradise Resort, Kyoi's Family Ranch, the TV station, and Poipo's World as our choices, which of course the correct answer was the TV station, though the other options reference areas our gang have visited in previous episodes. The Paradise Resort coming from episode 86, Kyoi's Family Ranch from a bundle of episodes, Poipo's World from episode 89 and 90, and the TV station first debuting in episode 17. Though, only Rotom and Pikachu entered. Today's episode has the rest of our gang visit it for the first time. The reason why we are visiting this TV station though, is because Sophocles is competing in a trivia quiz show, which for trivia Sophocles and the other contestants who guessed correctly, indeed reference real trivia surrounding Pokemon, such as this footprint belonging to a Morlel. After a dramatic rivalry between Sophocles and this other kid, the opening plays, which is updated in the final scene to include Ash's newly caught Meltan, Rowlet holding it. Ah, you gotta love the bond these two have. Moving along, we then get an establishing shot of the Alola TV station, which thanks to a Japanese user on Twitter, we've only now realised that this building resembles the TV Asahi headquarters in Tokyo. Very nice. Not only that though, but the girl from episode 17 who harassed Pikachu is once again seen guarding the front door. As the episode continues, we learn that Sophocles lost in the first round of this quiz show. But George, who then comes along to activate the main focus of today's episode, tells our gang that there's a recording session going on surrounding a drama with a Magikarp and they should check it out for leisure. But before we move on, I do need to state that George's full name, George Torino, and his profession is a reference to the filmmakers George Lucas and Quentin Tarantino. George of course sharing his first name with George Lucas, and his last name in some fashion with Tarantino. Not only that though, but of course George showing a bond with Rotom in this episode, and even recognizing Ash, is a callback to episode 98, where Rotom was going to have a lead role on the Alone and Detective Lackey show. Once Ash and our gang go to watch the recording session, we are introduced to 2 new characters, the manager and director, which the bag the manager wears is based on a shiny Magikarp, whilst the director himself is based off this episode's director. Yes, Yuji Asada. That's pretty cool. He definitely deserved an appearance in the anime after having worked on 219 episodes in total. The plot of this episode then starts to reveal that the Magikarp actor is starting to evolve, with everybody being oblivious to it, hence why this Magikarp starts messing up its lines. But once this is happening, 2 background characters are seen performing this pose, which is a reference to the fusion dance from the anime Dragon Ball Z. Meanwhile, two other new characters, named Rinka and Kenichi, who are George's production assistants, revealed to George that the lead actors for the television show The Sparkling Trail is Alola Drink-kun will not make it to the studio in time because their plane from Sinnoh had been caught in a blizzard. But regardless of that blizzard, the voice actors, designs and names of these characters are actually based off their real life counterparts, Rinka Otani and Kenichi Mei Yamada, who are two of the co-hosts of Pikenchi, a Pokemon Japanese TV show. Additionally, Rinka's design is specifically modeled after her first ever outfit on the show. George, thinking quickly on his feet, asks our Alolan girls to become the lead roles for this TV show whilst doing this with his hands, which filmmakers usually do this to vision how it will look on the screen. Not only that, but our girls also strike this pose, which this is usually done in anime and cartoons for dramatic effect. Looking cute as well. But after this pose, they doubt they will be able to perform an actor's work, Lillie even referencing she's only ever acted once for a Pokemon school play, which of course, this is a callback to episode 93. But eventually, George ensures them that he will teach them how to act, which ultimately then makes our girls accept this offer and go off with George to record this TV show. While meanwhile, the boys still watch the Magikarp recording session. In one scene, we even get a clapperboard which reads hashtag 113 to 96, referencing this episode's number and possibly the year the game's Pokemon Red and Green were released. Upon recording though, Magikarp finally evolves into Gyarados and starts causing an accidental rampage, which this plot point is very similar to old Pokemon episodes, such as episode 235 and 236 of the original series, which was based off the Gyarados Lake of Rage story from the Pokemon Gold, Silver and Crystal games, along with their remakes. In one scene, we witness the Team Rocket trio lining up for an audition in the TV studio, along with many random characters. One of those characters actually including the man surrounded by Fire-type Pokemon wearing a yellow jumpsuit, which is a reference to the actor Bruce Lee and the jumpsuit he wore in the incomplete martial arts film Game of Death. Jessie even uses her Mushi Barbara alias from episode 93 for this audition, this again being a callback to the Play episode. When Jessie is finally summoned for her audition, she is referred to number 634. Using a type of Japanese wordplay called Goro Awase, these numbers can be read as Mu, Sa, Shi, spelling out Jessie's Japanese name. Whilst Gyarados goes on that rampage I mentioned earlier on, with Ash and his friends trying to stop it, we get a brief cameo appearance from Anna, the news reporter for Alola we've seen in multiple episodes. But once this Gyarados crashes George's practice room, George manages to calm the Gyarados down, and seeming as it couldn't be used for the other TV show no more, thanks to being fully evolved, George comes up with an idea for this Gyarados to be used in his TV show, which then ultimately ends off this main plot point for the episode, whilst the episode then transitions to the next day. The transition actually consisted of Pikachu changing his face to mock a loading screen, which I found very clever. It's revealed that for the remainder of this episode, we'll be watching the Alolan Girls' final product for the TV show they were working on, which is actually based on Magical Girl anime, due to our characters transforming into Magical Girls and using their powers against the evil Gyarados during one scene. Though their school life before this seems to be referencing the Magical Girl anime Sailor Moon, in which magical girls attend a school. To transform into these magical girls though, our girls have to drink some drinks, which these drinks are based off the Roserade tea, soda pop and pineapple juice from the Pokemon games, whilst the overall scenes of our girls drinking is similar to a scene in the anime Wedding Peach, which coincidentally was directed by the main Pokemon anime director, Kenichi Hikoyama. Additionally, the soda pop that Lillie drinks could be advertised as the Psycho Soda campaign from Pokemon Center in Japan. You always gotta have that product placement. The transformation scene at hand was animated by Misaki Iwan, which is why it was so fluid and beautiful. But the designs Mallow, Lillie and Lana again are references to designs similar to the characters from the Magical Girl anime Pretty Cure. Originally, I thought each character was representing a specific character from Pretty Cure. However, once reaching out to a Pretty Cure fan for confirmation, it seems like they aren't all based on specific characters, just bits and pieces of them, such as Mallow showing a similar hairstyle with Cure Blossom, while showing her shoes with Cure Flora. Though, regardless of that, this for sure was one big nod to Pretty Cure. At one point during the transformation, Lillie strikes this pose, which is very similar to the pose her brother Gladion performs. They're family for a reason. To finally wrap up this scene though, the Alolan Girls' hairstyle even resemble their own Pokemon. Mallow having Shaymin flowers as clasps, Lana having a ponytail similar to an Eevee tail, and Lillie having a hairstyle similar to an Alolan Ninetales mane. Now that is extremely nice detail. In fact, what am I saying? The entire segment of our Alolan Girls becoming magical girls was absolutely stunning, being one of the best Pokemon anime moments ever, in my opinion, due to how bizarre it was to come from Pokemon itself, and just the fact that it was beautifully animated. To see more of my thoughts on this scene though, and even the entire episode, be sure to check out my review. Link will be in the description, iCard, and end card. Though, to end this video off, the story of this episode ends off with our Alolan Girls as magical girls defeating the Gyarados villain. Yay! But, yeah, that now concludes all these references. What did you think of these references though, and even the episode? Comment down below. I'd love to hear. And I do hope that you all enjoy this breakdown. Shout out to all the people shown on screen for providing me some of these Easter eggs. This breakdown series is something new to the channel, yet it feels way more satisfying than my current Easter egg series, in my eyes at least. Though I'll only be doing this for episodes which include a lot of references, much like this one. But, yeah, if you did enjoy, then show me by considering leaving a like, a share, and if you're new here, subscribe along with it to that bell icon to stay in loop with all things Pokemon anime related. If you want to support the show any further away, I also have a Patreon. Thank you for watching everybody, this is Entity Maze, signing out.